You ready?
Okay.
Or,
I went ahead and interviewed Emily Moore and hired her to be the new nurse out of the health department. Her start date is gonna be July 15th. She's an LPN too, so she's able to draw a lab, so she's gonna be able to do all the same tasks that we had the nurse doing before. So I kind of looked at salary ranges for LPN twos, and it's right around the $20 range. And since she's gonna be doing the same tasks, I decided to put her at range 11, step 2, which is $20.78. She'll do, I'm getting all of her training together, so she'll do the Healthy Start home visits, she'll help with lab, she'll help with WIC. So, Emily Gaffney.
did she, her was, what's her name? Where was she up for? Dawn?
Dawn
For
was-
what range?
Range 12. What step she was.
So she was higher.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure she was at 22.
And the reason being, she was an RN.
Yes.
Yeah, she was ranked grade 12, step 3, 2237.
And I got a call from Abby Carpet Monday afternoon. They have all of our flooring in now, so I was trying to work with him on getting in there and getting it started, and he's got, I think, 3 jobs going right now, so he wanted to make sure he had enough people to get in and get ours done as quickly as possible. So we set the start date for the first week of August, so that Friday. Can't remember.
Second.
Second, okay. So they said that they would start that Friday, so, we would be closed for the public, but we can be there to answer phones and move office stuff around so that they can continue working. And they said that they can work on Saturday, so they'll do that Friday, Saturday, and then Monday as well. That way they can get all of the flooring done that's gonna interfere with seeing people that come in. So they'll work on doing the entryway, the hallway, the lab, and hopefully one of the exam rooms while we're closed those days. And then we'll just work while they do the offices, because there's no reason why we can't just shuffle places around while they do that.
Like your front, where your receptionist sits, are you guys gonna do the flooring in there?
Yes, we're putting carpet squares in there.
So are you gonna, can you guys move all the file cabinets, or do we need to have some?
The desk that her computer's on is a permanent built-in, and the one behind it is too. There's just a little filing cabinet, like a 2-drawer filing cabinet there, and that should be no problem to move.
Do you have other file cabinets though that will need to be moved?
We do.
We have a dolly that's made just for file cabinets.
We will need to use that then, because I've got a lateral file in my office that's really heavy.
Oh, yeah, those are
I
all.
was wondering
You
if
might
we
need
could
some help.
get
Get some
Bill, we
guys.
cut loose.
And a couple of the desks are really big and heavy
You
too.
might talk to Philip, and if you can't get him, we'll find somebody
Okay.
to help.
Yeah, because I know I'm gonna need help getting that moved whenever they do my office, because that's really heavy. And then I've got a really tall bookshelf in there too, but I can empty that out and it won't be that heavy.
Well, don't any of you hurt yourselves moving that stuff.
Yeah,
We'll
and then the
find help.
exam tables are gonna be really heavy to move too.
Yeah.
So, but everything else should be okay. Everything else is small stuff that should be okay to move. But like, I know that desk in the WIC office is really big and heavy. And then one of the other desks they were telling me is like completely metal, so it's really, really heavy too.
Those exam tables bolted down like the old doctor's office?
I don't think so, but I'll go back and look today to make sure. I don't think that,
I thought maybe they were, so the
Okay.
old doctor's office.
okay. I'll go check that out
You might
today
need
then
one of
and
them
make
guys
sure.
to unbolt the thing.
Yeah,
Yeah, get with him, and if he doesn't think he can cut somebody loose, let me know and we'll find somebody.
we moved one of the other file cabinets with just a regular normal unit, that being fine, but that big one is gonna be,
Yeah, that one's kinda tough. You're probably gonna have to-
yeah, I will have to empty it because it's completely full right now. It's gonna be way too heavy to try and do while it's full, so. And I'm working on the WIC budget. It's due the end of this month. I just have to get the agreement for the dietitians from Barton County to finish it up. But they sent out the emails to start working on the budget, and they had told us at the WIC conference that I had attended that funding looked great, and the email says funding's not great now. So, yeah, I'm just going to budget it like I did last year. I mean, I didn't go over the top on anything, I didn't ask for anything extra. I basically just did what we had to have, which was salaries and office supplies and medical supplies, and that was it. So I'll just stick with how I had it, and hopefully they'll go ahead and fund us for what we got last year. That shouldn't be a problem.
In the past with the health department budget, we had to keep the amount of ad valorem tax at a certain level in order for funding. Is that still the case? That was one of Melissa's questions on the budget. She just wanted to make sure that was still in place.
Yes. I believe so.
Okay. I will tell them.
That is all I've got right now, I think.
Where's Amy working at?
At the hospital. She works nights.
She increased your anticipated collections to 50,000. It used to be 35, you'll go over 50. She just wanted to make sure that we still need to keep that going without the savings.
So plumbing's still working?
So far, we even had a toenail clinic day to test it out, and everything was still dry. So hopefully we've got it figured out. Oh, that was one other thing. Whenever they came in and took the toilet out of that hallway bathroom so they could tear the flooring out, they suggested getting a new toilet for in there that's higher rise. So I might look into seeing how much that will cost whenever we go to put it back in. Because the one that we had in there is just a regular one, but for people that are handicapped, it would be nicer to have a higher.
I'm good to do that.
All right.
I'm going to bring over to you.
Those old people need to hire.
Doesn't have
Well, us short people don't like them because your feet don't touch the ground.
Angie did the same thing. She's like, no, don't do that because my feet dangle. I was like, then don't use that.
My feet dangle.
So we've got 2 bathrooms. Don't use that one if you don't like it.
My wife and I have that issue.
When did you say Emily's start date was?
The 15th.
The 15th.
She still needs to come in here.
Okay, I will get a hold of her.
And do we need to send her to their van?
We don't typically send office staff there
Okay.
unless you want to start. I mean, there's no lifting or, it's just
No,
the
just asking.
heavy duty, people we send, so I don't know if it's necessary.
No. Just curious.
Have you had any repercussions from Ari?
No, I mean, a couple people have called and said, well, is there even anybody there to do X, Y, Z? And we're like, And I mean, a couple of people have come in and kind of been a little sour, but then by the time they leave, they're fine. So, not so far, and hopefully it just keeps going that way.
Won't be long to be flu vaccine season.
You're right, it's coming up fast. Thank you guys. Have a good day.
Okay, Carolyn wanted me to tell you guys that her bike and build crew is over at the building on Broadway, if you want to come stop by and see what they're doing. I don't know. Come get out.
That's why all those cars are at the launch.
Yeah, I think they spend the nights out there. They're gonna be here like 2 nights, I think, or something.
I have no clue what.
What building on Broadway?
It's the one, her little, the old flower shop. The evening, what's she calling it? The
Incubator.
incubator.
Next, it used to be a
Laundromat.
restaurant.
Yeah, that building. They've been doing a lot of work in there, her and Ashley, and then this crew's gonna move in and do some work for them.
Must be gonna be a tough morning, got a 44 ouncer.
And breakfast and
Crowley crawlers.
Oh my.
Okay, you wanna look at your roofing bids today? Clay, you should have copies of them there. You
Yeah.
guys still have yours?
No,
Obviously, there's a huge discrepancy in the price.
Yes. And I'm saying, go with the roof masters, and since they were the ones who put the roof on the first, no, not the first time, the last time.
Was that roof new?
No,
You guys are
no,
not, they
no.
just.
It was rusted and it was in pretty bad shape. But one of the things that the architect in his specs was they were to buff all the rust and prime them and then cover the roof. But I really think that ridge cap, is that what they call it?
Yeah.
Is our culprit, although I've never been on the roof, but
Yeah. Do you want, he doesn't mention anything about the on his bid, on the roof masters. Do you want him to specifically place them?
pay
I don't know what
particular
to do.
attention to the ridge cap, because remember a couple years ago, the former custodian got up there and said there was leaves under the,
It's got me a call back and have him.
just to clarify that,
does he put a seal on the whole roof?
yeah,
One gallon
One
per
gallon per
square?
square.
That's on the whole roof.
that's a.
Yes, power wash entire metal roof, install poly screen to all seams and penetrations, install top seal at 1 gallon per square.
What's a square?
I have no idea.
Is that
Square yard.
Square yard? Square footage, get all the
Yeah.
stuff on it.
Square yard. I mean, that's shingles is, you're doing roofs, we're talking about square yards.
Yeah. That's still a lot of gallon on here, but.
I would think that'd still be pretty fair.
So is that made into a motion?
That's made into a motion.
So,
You want to repeat that motion?
Well, I said, accept the bid from Roof Masters for $8,400, but I'd also like to have clarification on the ridge cap. So,
We have a motion and a second to accept the bid for Roof Masters. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion Passes.
Okay, the building at the shop, their bid has changed from what Philip originally presented. I think he contacted you guys. We just need a motion to accept the, was it $2,000 more? We got $74,200 from the insurance on it. So we're gonna, we need
Just that,
70,000.
74,200, so 21,800 is still outstanding. We have it in the risk management fund, which is kind of what that's for. Try to transfer something, but I didn't know if Philip doesn't have it in his budget. So
bid was
96,000 is what it ended up being. I think it was 94 originally.
$6 and 22,000.
Roughly. So, I think the rest of it was
Pretty-
risk management.
Pretty lucky on that.
And I have no clue how they came up with $74,200.
On a square foot.
I have no idea, because that's, that whole building, the new part and that whole pole shed is all one thing on the insurance.
Well, I imagine there's a figure for that whole building and then just.
Probably a portion of it or whatever. But
Probably prorated it out.
Yeah,
So you need a motion to amend the original motion of 94,000 to
just to
96.
add an additional 2,000, just so the auditors know what we did.
I'll make a motion, we amend the bid to an increase of $2,000.
Second. A motion and a second to amend the bid for an additional $2,000. All in favor?
Aye.
Passes.
What else? Tax sale, I gave you the updated tax list.
Yeah.
It's, everything in pink is still outstanding. Tax sale's August 13th at 2 p.m.
At the courthouse front steps.
What's the PD?
Actually, the courtroom.
filing?
Courtroom.
I'm
Well,
going
it's always-
upstairs in 11 minutes to deal with Tim Keenan and
Paid.
the Hudson City
Anything in pink is not paid.
levy.
Tim, say that one more.
Tim Keenan filed an answer on behalf of a couple property owners who, it doesn't sound like they dispute that they've not paid the property tax, but there's also liens by the city of Hudson for mowing or whatever that he's disputing, so I'm gonna deal with that today. A couple of years ago, he filed the same answer, and my predecessor just dismissed those properties out. I decided this time I'm gonna deal with it and move forward. Yeah. So those are the only issues, otherwise everything's in default, nobody's filed answers.
So everything in the blue has been paid for.
Yes.
And I'm gonna say again, and I keep saying, we've decided the day before, taxes have to be paid. We're not gonna have people come in the morning of the 13th and say, oh, I wanna pay, or we're done. So I want everybody to know,
So if they haven't paid it the day before, they're done.
they're done. They'll go up for sale
As of 5 p.m.
as of 5 p.m.
It's gonna be tough to come in at 4:59 and try to pay it though.
Yeah, they won't take you after
You'd be
4:30.
surprised.
Huh?
You'd be surprised what people try to do.
Yeah, they're not.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe we'll have a surprise everybody, give
Crazy.
everybody that day off.
But they don't fall on July 5th.
Well, that's kind of been our position all the way along. I just
Yeah.
keep saying it because I don't want anyone to come say, I didn't know, I couldn't pay the day of. Which begs the question, why did you wait till the day of.
They had plenty of time.
Yes, absolutely. So there's what, about 25 left, I think, give or take. And my guess is between now and then we'll have a few more. I'll bet we're down to maybe 20. I'm sorry,
24, I think.
a few more will trickle in, I'll tell you.
Houses on the side.
Yeah.
That's like this.
Where's that one I see it? It's the hoods are up neighborhood, I call it, there north of the county sheds. All the vehicles out there, the hoods are up.
Is Rob here today?
Through.
Haven't seen him yet. And I told him Monday that he had therapy, so it was first thing this morning, he made something.
So that-
He was here Monday.
Yeah, he was here Monday, he was here for about 3.5 hours, so.
It's in blue.
Could we do
That's what I
a 5-minute executive session?
Can you do the minutes real quick
Yep.
first, so we don't forget?
Okay. I'll make a motion, though I wasn't here, to approve the minutes of June 26th.
Second. Have a motion to second, to accept the minutes for June 26th. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion passes.
All the deer hits are on there. Goes from 15 to 19. So, just for your information.
I don't remember the one in 19. It was coming in Port.
Yes, we had a guy that it was snowy and rainy and he did like this speed and slipped on the marble down there. Said at the time he was fine.
So this is not good.
Well, we only pay a total of $1,000 on claims like that. The one kind of in the middle. Yeah,
Two.
he was an older fellow, he's from Wichita, coming in to pay his taxes. I have information on there. And things
So are we
like that
supposed to
happen.
put salt on the floor?
Well, Teresa felt awful about it, and like I told her, we can't stand by the door and say, now wipe your feet.
Yeah, I
These
mean,
marble
you
floors are slick.
have a rug on the inside of the door, it's.
Yeah, but if you're not gonna take time to get the snow and ice off, and it was bad that day, you're gonna slip, so. Okay. Then I have they came through and appraised the buildings. I have that report if you just wanna look at it. I had Carl kind of review it, and he said that the values they have on there look pretty good to him. He didn't see any issues.
Is that that phone for commissioners?
County clerk's office.
They didn't want to give you a knee brace or anything. This is your final call. You will not be eligible for medical brace.
So are they saying the office and noxious weed building and garage and repair, I guess they're calling that the noxious weed building where, like the break room and
That's
film,
the
everybody's.
news, right. There's pictures on back of what they're talking about. Site 1 to Yeah, they have that whole building as one.
It's pretty important if something ever
It's
happens.
confusing, so. But Philip and I were both thrilled that we got the 74,000 out of bullshit.
Yeah, it's not good.
Have you seen Steve?
Now that Herbst is over, I'll try to see. See Jolene walking all the time. I'll stop and say something.
Good luck with that.
You ever talk to Jolene?
If Steve doesn't want the building, do we just get somebody come in with an excavator
I said,
and crush it,
let's
or?
get rid of it. We've tried to sell those things 3 or 4 times.
Paid $5.
He
I mean,
paid
shoot.
$5 a piece for them.
I know
He
Eric,
paid $5 a piece.
I know Eric does a little bit of scrapping. You know, he might bring in his loader and just crush them down and haul them off. I don't like to see big hole and put metal like that in it
No.
because then you'll get the sinkholes.
Well, they can recycle that stuff.
Yeah,
Heavy
Steve,
metals, eh?
I've sent Steve
Yeah,
two
if he
letters
gives that
about
one. I mean,
Yeah,
did we put a
better
time
test
limit on
stuff.
his bid? Wasn't open to it.
I know, it just said I must be paid for it for the premises.
Maybe we should send him an invoice for rental,
I
storage.
sent him, I'm sending, not a bill, but a reminder that, of course, I don't know if he doesn't want them anymore.
It's hard to tell. I didn't get around to anything very much.
Okay.
Well, if he does, then I just have him send a notice of some sort that he's not intending to remove them.
I'm sure he'll tell me that he wants to get them, he just haven't got around to it. Just like all his other plans.
Okay, we've got the first draft of the budget in front of you, it's on fire. Got it this morning.
Is that this?
Yes. That is it. I purposely put the notice of budget hearing page on the front because that's what it shows you your levy. Your total levy for 2020, right, as it stands right now, with everything submitted as presented, is 59.841 mils, which is up slightly from 59.265 from last year, or this year. You see where I'm getting at?
59.84 compared to 59.
265. Which I was thrilled, I thought it was much worse.
The budget went up for about 350,000.
We're allowed to levy 116,000 more for 2020. That's with the CPI.
Say,
116,000 more.
okay.
Is that
That's
for
what
your
it-
own?
No, she sent me an email. What does she say?
And that's without cutting anything out.
That's-
The,
Fire is
Fire.
different. Fire is separate. Fire is not a part of this one.
I thought we cut some fire out of, I thought we cut some other.
For the fire levy,
Well, we can stick with this one. So, like this is the amount of taxes we bring in?
this is the amount of taxes we will need to bring in, $5,326,965. That's the
Okay.
amount of ad valorem tax we're projecting it's gonna take to fund this budget.
But in 19, we took in 7,500,000.
No, that's the expenditures for 19.
here's, probably got it.
Yeah.
Last year, we took in 785 million. This year, 7.
Oh, okay. Oh,
1 mil is approximately $89,000 for 2020, whereas last year it was 87,000.
How much did our total evaluation change? Does that help a little bit?
Well, it says on the these two columns right here are your assessed valuations. For
Alright,
19, it was
yeah.
87 million, and for 19, it's 89 million. So,
2 million.
roughly 2
Well,
million.
no, it's just a little.
Where did the 116,000 come from?
That Melissa told me in the email. They have to do that on it. She computes that through a table thing, and but she said it's 160,000 more this year.
Because if you take the 7,984,000 compared to the 7,590,000, that's 394,000.
Okay, here's how she computes to get the 116,000.
Okay.
It's magic.
I can't explain it to you. I'm not a CPA, so I don't do the budget. So, but see, it's based on a percentage, and I don't know.
How is this, fire not in there?
Fire is listed, it's its own district, so it's listed separately.
So it's on top of this?
It's carried on as separate, yeah. The mill
So-
levy, the levy as submitted for the fire department, if I made you a copy of this or not, will come in at 3.213. Last year's levy was 2.497. Let's see.
So when it comes to sending your tax bills out, it's gonna
Fire
increase quite a
separate,
bit.
yeah.
At least
Okay.
it's on top of this.
With the amount of expenditures in the fire department will require a levy of $242,711 with ad valorem tax, which will exceed the allowable amount for the cost of living for that one is $192,292. So if you go with this budget, we'll have to pass a resolution for the increase after, and it has to be published, and then the results of the vote have to be published.
So it's basically about 50,000 more than what we would
Right.
have to do.
Right.
I still think we ought to get him in here and see if we can look at that again.
That kind of concept is.
Yeah.
What's the health fund? Is that the health
Health
department?
department.
Everybody just looks at the bottom line. They're gonna
Sure.
start paying that. They're gonna say, my property taxes.
Well-
They don't look at the school now either.
They don't look at the schools, the cemeteries, the townships. You know, they look at ours and the cities. I mean, it all,
Yep, because they
Adds
just
up.
compare last year's check to this year's check.
right.
And the fire will increase it almost a mil.
Almost a mil, yeah.
If we could just chop that off a little bit, I think it'd help.
So on the general,
Because I think his
General
reserve
fund.
fund can be cut.
That includes,
130,000.
Yeah,
That
it's
includes-
replacing a few things that maybe we could spread out. 'Cause he said
well,
it's
all the
gonna be
budgets
down
except for
next
these
year.
listed here.
I'd rather take a little hit.
It's mine and yours.
I thought all the
Now,
budgets
we'll
had
do
kind of
next
stayed
year,
pretty
set all
close to
of
the
them.
same, so just,
Most of them did.
See,
I mean, I thought, the health department needed a little extra, the appraiser's office needed extra,
yes.
fire and ambulance, like all the rest of the states.
So 75.
Yeah, sheriff went up 10,000.
I think she turned out. So that's what he
We've got
requested.
2,000 here and there, 3,000, so
Yeah,
it's
that's
up
that
about
question.
20,000 from, I mean, it just, she built in an equipment reserve of 121,000 in general. Just because she didn't put that money aside.
We turned this in.
She built that in last year, or this year.
Or for next year,
So we're putting 121,000 in it,
and if we use it, we use it, if we don't use it.
because you said something about
like, Poorhouse is gonna need a new server or printer or something like that, so would that come out of that
I
equipment?
built that into the IT fund.
So what would the equipment reserve fund for the general?
Could go back into the risk management fund that we're pulling out of for like the building. Part of it could go into the special capital improvement fund. It's just kind of a little pad in there, I guess, I don't like to say that, but, or say district court had 14 jury trials next year, even if her budget went over, we would still have that in there so that the whole county general as a whole would go in the red. I mean, it's just,
How much money's in that fund now?
and,
The fund that she said,
we didn't transfer any out last year. This is just something she built in.
and she's putting 130,000 in this year, or next year.
121 is what she's budgeted for.
I was just wondering what that fund was up to. I mean, like when,
If, like, our computer system went shot, could you take out for that? So, I mean, kind of any expenditures that are odd?
Anything that you can't predict.
Okay.
Let's see.
You actually cut down the fire already.
I thought we cut
He was
even
less
It's
than
in, yeah, it's in.
316 and you turned in 275.
Yes.
is that, where did you come up with that? I mean, was that in this one or?
It's in your folder there, your purple folder. Let me look at mine. Because I forgot it.
So we've already chopped him off.
Where do you show that we're cutting?
He asked for 316,800 and we, when Melissa in the figures, she put in 275,000. That might be that all. Chop off.
So you got about a 50 some. What are the ones that are here in the, yellow highlighted?
These are the ones that are not county, they're the outside entities.
Okay.
I just do that for the others. Let's see. Yeah, we cut Marshall down to 275 already. So if you would, I don't,
Can't cut him very much
With the 200,000. I thought Phil had basically turned in the same
he
deal
did.
for the road bridge, and she went ahead and just gave a little more.
No, it's always been built in there. We build that extra money in there for Phillips, so we don't have to amend the budget at the end of the year to transfer money out. It's already in there.
Okay. So that 200,000 that's already in there, is that the money that he rolls over every year into his capital outlay or machinery fund?
Exactly.
Okay. So that's the difference between the 200 or 2 million and that, okay.
Yep, exactly.
What was the extra 4,000 we need in for that?
We need a new server, and replace that server. And we increased the the transfers, remember. We increased the, that's in the general. Appropriations, remember, we, added 10,000 to the courthouse general for the appropriations line item for like, the transportation thing and, we're doing socials.
At what point do we discuss and decide on those?
Well, you can't do much of anything now, you're gonna have to wait till the first of the year.
Because I haven't decided on any of them yet.
But you, I mean,
Be on the new budget.
it'd be on the new budget in 2020.
We need to decide now.
Well, if you're not gonna do it, yeah, you can take that out of there. But
Where is that listed at now, Counter?
it's under courthouse general, because that's where that line item is.
So that 10,000 increase was for those
But-
two things?
Yes, but remember we took it out of the mental health line item, we decreased it by 10,000, so that's kind of a wash. So.
Where did the mental health, where was that at? That we took it out of there?
It's right here. It was 19,000 and we cut it down to 9,000. And we put that 10,000 up in on that appropriations line item, just so if you have something local that comes in, like the circles or.
But right now, we're not budgeted. I mean, we just put it into that fund, but right now, we're not budgeting for the
No.
circles or the.
No, and you,
Right.
if you, even if you have it in that line item, you don't have to use it.
Yeah. So it really doesn't go into the budget. We just need to discuss it before we give the money away.
Yeah, it's nothing you have to earmark right now. You can wait and do it in the middle of 2020 if you want to.
But if you didn't want to do it, you could knock 10,000 off courthouse general right now.
Sure.
If you didn't want to do it.
Sure.
See, there's 35,000 put in 2020 for the airbags. But nothing was about next year.
So right now, if we're happy with this budget, everything is worked out, turned out, if we want to leave it the same, I mean, we could accept this budget right here, the way it is.
Well, she'll have, yeah, if you're happy with 59.841 mils for the county budget, yes. Which is up .6 whatever mils, which is good. And that is using the max amount that we could raise it, which is what I told her to do, that CPI. I think we just keep it. I don't want to do it even if you guys do that.
Well, the way it is, where they have the property tax lid on you, instead of like this year, we felt like we could cut it down, then you can't, because you need to increase every year, because in 3 years, we will have something big, and then we're behind the 8 ball.
Right.
You have to follow
So-
the trend of the CPI, because
Yeah.
if you drop,
do.
then you start
You
all
won't
over
get it back.
Yeah, so the great wisdom coming from the state that was gonna save taxpayers money is actually ended up costing them,
Well,
because,
And in some counties, it cost the taxpayers a lot, because the year before that was implemented, some boards went in and raised their levies like 5 and 10 mils, just to cover it.
We cut ours.
And we cut ours.
13%, which.
And
now you're gonna get back.
We've
Yeah.
kind of been behind the 8 ball ever since, but we were looking out for the taxpayers.
It was the right thing to do, but you can't.
so to go over stuff a little bit again. From last year to this year, we're gonna increase 0.6 mils for the whole.
We're gonna go from 59.265, which is what we're at now,
59.265.
to 59.841.
But the fire is on.
That doesn't include fire department.
So you're gonna have an increase on the fire.
Fire department,
About a
But the county, I mean, so the county, less fire department and health,
those are the only two outside deals, right?
No,
Is it just
health is
fire?
included in that,
Just the
Okay.
fire.
just the fire.
That's the fire bill will go from 2.497 to 3.
You can't get too many numbers right around my head, sure. So we basically, the county minus the fire, we've just raised it 0.6 mils.
Yes.
Yeah, but you
And a
guys,
mill is about 86,000.
89.
89.
but we're increasing 0.8 mils right there, so in my opinion, you have to add 0.8, 0.6, you're increasing it 1.4.
Yeah,
When
you've
you
got
go
to,
to pay the check.
you've got to figure the fire in this too.
Yeah, I'm getting ready to get there.
Oh.
So the county, the county itself went 0.6. Now
Right.
what's the increase on the fire? 0.8.
So when you go to tell people what their mill is, you really should say it raised 1.4.
1.4,
You gotta add them together.
which is what?
89,
120,000.
Yeah, which,
But then we don't know,
but
the school district, we don't know, well, we do know the cemetery. Or not? No.
Well, the school districts will wait, have to wait up. They increase their budgets 7 or 8%.
So
I look for everything.
The fire, all the
Except some of
districts.
these townships, they won't, but they will.
Yeah, that's the problem with a lot of the townships. And a lot of those people that are in the townships that don't have, they're going, we need to go countywide. Well, you're gonna get the same service unless your bills go up. Because if it, I mean, I would be totally against it going countywide, but if it does go countywide, I mean, if your township's budget 60,000, that's all you get is 60,000. So the
Yes.
township next to you that has 120,
They get to
they're gonna
spend
get twice as
120,
much
yes.
grading time, and then the other
Yes.
township's gonna be going, whoa,
And people,
they're over there all the time,
They-
they're never in our township.
they don't get that, but that's the way that works.
Yeah, we could be a lot more efficient countywide. Yeah,
It's a bad,
One
it's,
grader could get 2 townships.
no way. Not if they're doing what they're supposed to be doing. Lonnie Stock couldn't do another township. I mean, not when you're wanting to haul sand, cut brush, mow ditches, grade roads. Now, all you want to do is get on the grader every other week and run 15 hours. They could go 2 townships.
They could sure do a township and a half, which would be 50% plus now.
And mowing.
Yeah. But I mean, every time you give up a little bit of local control, I mean, I just soon not have every time the snow blows, people coming up here from
And
Lincoln.
that's what you would have.
Well, you did Rose
Your
Valley
meetings-
first, or you did
Your
that.
meetings would last all day long with folks.
Yeah. And we'd end up with just as many employees and just as much. But that's for another day. That budget that we were talking about a while ago, that, where you said she'd built in 121,000.
That's on the agenda.
And what is, which one is that, these pages?
On page 7. This is your county general budget broken out. The line items, and you can see the 121,000, put down bond transfer out, she put equipment reserve, but if we have that left, we can put it wherever we want to.
Yeah. Transfer out of the corporate reserve, and that's for county general. Okay. I'd like, sometime if you could let me know how much we have in that reserve already. I mean, I think it's a good deal to have it in reserve. I was just wondering how much.
The risk management reserve?
The equipment reserve,
Yeah, that's-
transfer, that's what you call risk management?
That's what I call it. Quite a bit. Which is a good thing,
Yeah,
considering we're gonna pay you say 22,000.
yeah. And I mean, if the roof on the annex was the pot, we had to put on 50,000 roof, that's where this would come from. Okay.
157,000 is what we've got in there now.
Yeah, that's
So after we transfer this
And what
under
is it?
21.
If we have it to transfer.
We're supposed to keep in
We may-
reserve.
Of course, that
how many
157, we
months
take
of
20
operation.
off of there
If we had
for what that,
no income,
right?
So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I can't tell you
what
what it
is the need of? We have to keep so much in reserve to continue business
we have to be able to continue business for,
6 months?
I don't know the timetable, but that's why you keep your cash reserves up.
Yeah.
I figured all the employees would come to work for free if we didn't have it.
Yeah, bring that up.
And we'll put all the fuel on a credit card and make minimum payments.
There you go.
So what do you guys think? Do you want to, she needs to calculate the NRP rebates in there. She hasn't done that yet. She just kind of wanted to get a feel for what you guys thought about that. Right now, I can have her build those NRP rebates in and we'll see what it does to it. Shouldn't change it much.
Would you like to have Marshall come in and see, I mean,
Well, I think we need to talk, because we're already cutting from 216 to 275.
Yeah. So right now, he's only getting,
He's
getting like,
budgeted 275.
yeah, he's getting like $45,000 increase. When he was wanting a hell of a lot more than that.
Oh, yeah.
I'm just wondering if does he even know what we did? Does Marshall have any clue that we need to talk to him? I know, but we need to tell him.
If you look on the front page, you can kind of compare the levies with the actual tax rate for 19 with what they're estimating for 20, and like the road went up slightly. It just kind of gives you an idea, a snapshot. We're right in the ballpark with most of these. Solid waste went up
Why is that? Because we actually,
because he needed to put his cash back up.
He
his
wanted,
budget went up.
he decreased his budget
Yeah.
Right,
25,000.
but in order to, I think his cash balance was, yeah, see, he's only carrying over $11,000 in cash. So that's not near enough in there. Last year he carried over 68,000. So she had to build that up to, add more wise to get that cash balance.
Because we decreased it by 1,000.
Right. We budgeted him 127,000.
Yep.
But with him only carrying over that 11,000 in cash, she had to increase.
Oh.
See, we had the budget 116,000 ad valorem plus the 11,000 cash he's carrying over to equal to 127,000. Because his cash balance is there. So,
We were with it.
So, where he was one, I don't understand where, you know, if this is the budget and it says decrease, how can we say we went up?
because his cash is so low.
They had to.
We
Build his
had
cash
to, we
back.
had to build, he's only carrying over 11,000 in cash next year.
Yeah. So how much money will he get next year?
In taxes,
Yeah.
116,000.
Well, he's budgeted 127,000.
Right, but he has the 11,000 in cash carried over. Add those two together, and it's 127,000.
Okay.
That's why it's important to keep the cash up there.
How much money did he get last? I'm not following it. You
He
know,
got
where last year he got 139,800. This year he's gonna get 127,000. So that's still a decrease.
In his expenses. But we decreased, his cash decreased significantly going into 2020.
Okay.
2019, he carried over 68,000 in cash.
Yeah.
In 2020, he's carrying over 11,000. So we have to make that difference up down in the ad valorem. In the amount of taxes we collect.
So how can we say that solid waste took a decrease When we're at-
his budget decrease, not his ad valorem. The amount of taxes we're gonna have to collect, that is his actual budget decrease. Which if we wouldn't have decreased it, we would have had to have levied a lot more tax on it because of his cash balance being so low.
Okay. So what their budget's here,
That's what they'll be able to spend next year,
yeah.
or that's what they're projecting to spend next year.
Yeah. I'm just trying to wrap my head around that.
It is very confusing. It's not like a normal budget.
On your ad valorem, what did you call it?
Ad valorem tax.
Where's that at? On what page is that? Because I mean, this page here is just budgets.
Well,
Where's the-
your, right there is your 2020 ad valorem.
That right there?
That,
Well, on
Next to
that,
last column.
on
next
that,
to the last column. When
yeah,
we-
where it says 116,
She
100.
said, yeah, that's what it's gonna take to fund solid waste with his 11,000 in cash that he's carrying over. That will make it 127,000.
Okay. I'm getting asked for that. I'm gonna take these home and take a look at them.
Okay.
I'll have more telling you questions.
What do you think?
I-
See anything change?
No.
I think it's.
I think it's a good budget. I really don't think we can get that close. And on your fire, I mean,
That would be the
we knew we were
only
gonna take a hit because of all that equipment, but
That'd be the only one I think we could
that was just
not know about. I think the rest of them. are
poor
pretty close.
planning.
But I mean, they've already still, you know, we still got 260,000 in the fire. Capital outlay fund. You know, when we bought that bunker here, we put 65,000 in that for 3 years. I think we have one more year of that. So I mean, that should be built back up. I mean, I think they're wanting to build the fund plus the extra 65,000.
Yeah, but we cut him back enough that, he said he was gonna, it'd be a big increase this year, and then he could cut it back next year. Well, we're kind of took that away from him.
Yeah.
I don't think he's gonna be able to do that. But we need to.
Why would you want to raise it and then come down? I mean, just go up a little bit,
Yes.
keep it like that.
I think that's what we
And
did.
that's what we did.
And I hope he understands that.
Yeah.
There's no need to take a big hit one year and then decrease it.
Right.
But I think we need to sit down with him and see if he sees it that way too. I would put him on the agenda for next Wednesday.
Okay.
Because also,
What if I have her play with the numbers and try to hover this right around the 3 mils
Fire?
for fire?
That should be nice.
I mean, she can do it.
Oh, I know, if he can.
Right, so why don't I have her, like I said, play with the numbers,
Okay.
try to get this down to right around 3. If we can keep him at 3 mils,
Where is, which one?
I didn't copy the fire off for you, I'm sorry.
So right now, the fire, what's the mills on that?
Well, it's gonna be
3.2.
3.213. If we don't change
3.213.
anything.
Right.
And so if we drop him down another, we'll be dropping him a little bit more.
Yep.
Yeah, not much, but, I mean, it needs to be raising him about a half a mil.
Got his
Get
budgeted,
the
now what he
45,000.
actually gets on the cash is something different.
Right. So, see, right now, out of this 275,000 that we've allotted him for expenditures, the ad valorem tax will be 242,000 because of his cash carryover. But his is a little low too. Last year, he carried over 69,000 in 2020, and she's projected 24,000, so that's part of it too. We need to get that cash flow back.
And the fire's not in here.
No, it's a separate.
Okay, and you didn't copy.
I'll make you a copy of this.
Okay, so last year, what was his taxes he generated? What do you call that, ad?
Ad valorem?
ad valorem, but he'll generate what this year?
242,700.
It's 15,000. 76. 27. 35 here. 52. 62. 15. 77. 77,000. Just increases.
Last the amount of ad valorem tax
That's
for
about
last
right.
year was 186,711. But its cash carryover was a lot. So you have to factor in both the cash carryover and the ad valorem to make big expenditures. Which last year his expenditures were projected at 237,872.
Just $1,000.
It's all a decrease.
Yeah. You know, cost share.
We increased 2,000 on mental health.
No, on fire.
Oh, on fire.
All right, if we want to go look at the building over there, do we just recess or adjourn and go do it? Or can we all three go over there and look at it
Yeah.
without being in the meeting?
Are you down here?
Okay, so are we good with,
Yeah.
we're good with the big budget? Do you want to work on fire a little more?
I think we ought to have Marshall come in and talk to us next week. And kind of, because as far as he knows, he doesn't know, I don't know.
I'll have her work with that and go down to cover it debris and see if he
Then you
can live with that.
Then you can show them what it is, 3.2, and you can show them
Yeah.
what it is.
Yep, yep.
Probably do our good.
Okay.
All right, we will adjourn.